if I'm a new investor and I'm looking to purchase vacation rental homes, what am I looking for? What are some of the questions that I'm going to need to ask? And what exactly am I looking for from the management side of things? We'll kind of talk about that part first.
Well, I mostly start people on that journey with, are you thinking condo or house? Right? Like that's kind of the first distinction that we need. Most people say, well, what gives me my best investment? And I typically will lean them toward a house. At least it's an investment that you have a little bit more control over. We're in a condo situation. I'll tell people, if you buy into a condo, you're buying into another business, and all of those other owners are your business partners, right? So there's a lot more due diligence you have to do, looking at a condo, looking at the health of the condo, et cetera, et cetera.
Do most of the associations down there, are they comfortable, and do they have certain guidelines that permit the vacation rentals? Because I know when it comes to, our market up here, there are a lot of restrictions, and there's, minimum rental periods that you can rent your unit out to people. So is it a little less strict down there because of, just the nature of where you guys live?
It's less strict. I mean, it's more of an anomaly to find restrictions than to not, right? The bulk of our market is unrestricted because vacation rentals is kind of the industry here. Now, you do have some buildings that 7-night minimum, or some neighborhoods that have some restrictions. You have to do your due diligence and understand that, but it's not as prevalent. Now, I will say that people underestimate typically the impact to revenue that a restriction is going to have. Even a restriction of 7 nights is going to have a significant impact on your overall revenue. Apples to apples, a property that has a 7-night restriction versus one that doesn't. I mean, it could be a 50%, revenue decrease over the course of the year.
Property management for a vacation home, for a vacation rental, is much different from a property management company that handles, multi-unit properties, commercial properties. So now, what does your operation look like size-wise? Do you have a big staff? Do you have like a turnover staff? Like what does that look like for you guys?
So when we first started out, it was much more lean, but we were much more dependent on other vendors and what quality standards they had. And we weren't willing to accept lower quality. So over the years, as we matured, we have added, staff. We have added a whole, linens. We do a lot of our own cleans. So that has expanded because we wanted to make sure that we kept the quality, right, that we wanted in the properties. And we really pivoted about 6 years ago into that luxury segment. If we hadn't done that, we probably could have stayed a lot leaner. But the product that I wanted to offer, right, was a high-end product. And we had to make those investments to be able to deliver that. And that long term, like it's an investment like this year, it's an investment next year, but long term, your asset, right, is being protected. Your asset's being taken care of. And that's huge for our owners. Like, they need to know that their investment's going to be cared for long term.